reliable gaming and career prediction, they're your choice. And thank you to our associate sponsor, MTR. We have the Washington Hawks versus the Texas Cowboys. The toss just happened off camera, but I would like to call the winning captain here with the Texas Cowboys, who won the toss, Gaurav Jaiswal. So, Gaurav, what have you chosen to do and why?
So we chose to bat. The reason we chose to bat because I think it's going to be easy wicket to bat for first of all, and even though it's overcast conditions, I think putting up good total on the board would be beneficial for the first batter.
Absolutely. And I mean, coming in from last week, coming in with a loss, obviously there must have been a lot of talk throughout the week and trying to figure out a team combination. So, what are your thoughts and any changes to the squad?
Yes, we did. We made three changes. So Wasim is coming in and Adil in place of Enrique and Taj, and we are Gaurav Grover is also coming in place of I forgot the person's name, but three changes. Yeah.
Okay, well, all the best. Thank you. So, Baizid Siddiqui, the captain of the Washington Hawks, what would you have chosen if you had won the toss?
We don't mind bowling first. It's overcast condition. We do have some medium fast bowlers, so hopefully the condition will help us. So yeah, we don't mind bowling first.
And I mean, coming in from that stunning win, I obviously we spoke about the batting last time, it lacking, but what was the team talk and any changes to help with that?
Yeah, obviously, we didn't bat well, but thankfully our bowler did extremely well to win us the game last time. So we did made some changes today in our top order. We actually made three changes in the top order. So hopefully that will they will be helping us this time.
Well, all the best.
Thank you.
So that's it here. Texas Cowboys have won the toss and they've chosen to bat. It's definitely going to be a showdown here. We're going to head to the commentary box.
So we want to welcome you to New York. We want to welcome you to the Sunny Purchase ground, where we're witnessing match number 7 and match number 8 a little bit later on, as we coming to you live from Sunny Purchase out in Westchester County in the state of New York. We want to welcome all our viewers wherever you are. It's a good morning from New York. It's good morning from the state of New York, and wherever you are, we want to say we're delighted you've joined us for another weekend of top cricket action. As the boys here, the Washington Hawks, they are all ready with the news. Texas Cowboys have won the toss and they have elected to bat first. That's the squad for you, the men in blue and black. They have had an outstanding series. We're on to phase 2. This is week number 2, match number 7, and match number 8 comes up a little bit later on. The two umpires out in the middle is Brian Kane and Venkat Raghupati, two quality umpires. As in the case of Brian Kane, he's already racked up several minor league games and already a couple of international friendlies, Matt, having been in the Texas area during the course of the ODI series involving the USA. Fielding team walking in and joining me in the box, as usual, is 14-year-old Matthew Achaibar, who's been to the USPL in phase 1. He returns for phase 2. Matt, we are expecting game number 7 and game number 8 to be crackers of a game, as we have seen in this series attracting so much interest in the last couple of months. Welcome to USPL.
Yeah, it's been a great tournament. Both phase 1 and phase 2 have had their fair share of excitement. And we should get no different today. Washington Hawks and Texas Cowboys should get us off to quite the start to the day. Hoping for an exciting game between these two. Texas Cowboys side looking for some points on the board here in phase 2. Washington Hawks, we saw them already with one win in the bag.
Yeah, team's captain by Gaurav Jaiswal and Bazid Siddiqui, two quality leaders who have led their teams well. So there you have it, folks. Teams out in the middle. Umpires are Brian Kane and Venkat Raghupati. And Bazid Siddiqui, we made mention, he's the captain of the fielding team and the captain of Washington Hawks. They've been led, in fact, Hawks has been led by Bazid, as we see the two openers walking to the middle. And we'll confirm all that. So, a couple of big games here. Overcast condition, but certainly no threat of rain. It's one of the areas, Matt, what we have noticed when we have come to the early morning games. Not too much dew on the ground, and I'm surprised. Is it because we're closer to the city, sort of? So the two opening batsmen walking into the middle. And we'll pick up those in just a few seconds. Appears to be Tej Patel. Well, not quite. So we are ready for play. And the two openers out in the middle, Wasim Shahzad and Gihan Senanayaka. And so Matt, we're ready for play. Bazid Siddiqui has been given the ball, so the captain will start.
Looking to get his side off to a good start here himself, Bazid Siddiqui. Gihan Senanayaka and Wasim Shahzad, the two openers. Wasim Shahzad, very attacking player out of the New York area. Can bat anywhere in the order. We're seeing him open here for the Texas Cowboys. We've seen him a lot in the middle as a finisher, but can definitely take advantage of the power play as well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Quality player. And we've seen some very good hitting in this series, and teams will be capitalizing on the straight side of the boundary here, which is a very enticing area to play. And Matt, haven't we seen so many catches at long off and long on? Javin Thomas runs onto the field. And so we're all set. Siddiqui will start just after 10 o'clock. So here's the first ball. Shahzad on strike. And Bazid Siddiqui will lead the charge here for Washington Hawks. We've seen Bazid leading well. And the Washington Hawks, they've played a game already. This one into the offside. It eludes the man. And that has gone away for a first ball 4. Ball hanging in the air. And it appears to be Sada 1, who may have gotten hands to that. We'll take a look.
Yeah, Wasim getting a thick outside edge first up. Bazid Siddiqui would be happy that he managed to get the edge, but unhappy with the fact that, yeah, Wasim getting a thick outside edge first up. Bazid Siddiqui would be happy that he managed to get the edge, but unhappy with the fact that it's gone away for 4. But a good start here for the Texas Cowboys.
Yeah, probing at the ball outside the off stump. It doesn't matter how they come sometime. They're 4 without loss. And a better ball. Shahzad can't score this time. And Matt, we've made the point so many times, the importance of the power play. A chance for you to free your arm. Just a couple of fielders outside of the ring, and those men are Javin Thomas at mid-wicket and the popular long on. So a couple of good comeback balls here from Bazid Siddiqui. Might not have been his mistake that the ball took a very thick outside edge and got into the region of Sada 1. Couldn't see from the replay if he got hands to the ball, but it doesn't matter. The first ball would have gone for 4. So a good start here from the Texas Cowboys. I thought they had a very impressive Phase 1 series, captained by Jaladua, but now being led by Gaurav Jaiswal. Ball worked into the offside, so that will bring Gihan Senanayaka on to strike for the first time. Have you seen him before?
Have not seen Gihan play before, but do know that he has recently been picked up by the New Jersey Stallions. So clearly a player with experience in the Northeast and clearly a quality player. Finds himself here with the Texas Cowboys.
Yes, Matt, we've seen, and we made the point so many times on this broadcast, the USPL providing opportunities for many players to advance their cricketing career. Any league that does that, those are very good leagues. And I've always of the opinion that these are good startup time for you to showcase your talent, get noticed by someone, and get a chance to elevate your cricketing career. Bazid will come into ball to Jihan. And he gets a ball that is a quality one. Good comeback here from Bazid Siddiqui.
Yeah, and in fairness to him, the boundary probably could say might not necessarily be the bowler's fault. In the sense I may have been a bit unlucky with that one flying away for 4. So overall it hasn't been a bad over from Bazid. And Jihan turns this one away for what will be a single.
So that will complete one. A very quiet start here from the Texas Cowboys. Having been, well, in fact, they have won the toss, electing to bat. And after won this 6 for no loss.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtspnews.com and stay ahead।
So at the end of one is 6 for no loss. New bowler. Jihan will be on strike. Wasim Shahzad, he's on 5. And Prit Patel has been given the ball. We've seen him here before. And he will come into bowl to Jihan Sananaika. This one is driven nicely into the offside. But the man does well to keep the ball in play. And there is no runs. A good start here from Prit Patel.
Yeah, starts nicely, and it's been a good start here by the Washington Hawks. Haven't been able to get much away here, the Texas Cowboys, aside from the first ball 4 from Wasim Shahzad.
Oh, pulled into the onside. Doesn't time it well. But he's not afraid, Matt, to take on the shortish ball. And probably should have gotten a little bit more on that, but he gets a single.
Hands things over to Wasim Shahzad. Wasim Shahzad, very aggressive player from New York. And would have had experience for the Empire State Titans in the minor league exhibition series, and was a very handy finisher for the Titans. I remember in that exhibition series in the few matches that were played. So Wasim Shahzad has definitely had experience at quite a high level before, and plays for local side Game Changers in New York, aside with the likes of Imran Raja, Jaladua, one of the best in New York. This one called a wide from Prit Patel, so going just too wide outside off on this occasion.
Yeah, ball straying outside the off stump. So Texas Cowboy, a team representative of that very big state. You were there a couple of weeks ago. Ball tugged into the onside. Could get runs here. Could be the first boundary. Races away. And that's a good looking shot from Wasim Shahzad. You made the point how good he is. Take a look.
Yes, second boundary now off the bat of Wasim Shahzad. Couple of 4s to him. Takes him up to 9. That one a much more convincing shot than his first one, which was just an outside edge away for 4. But Prit Patel, under some pressure now, has gone for 6 in his first 3 deliveries.
Yeah, shortish ball. I was kind of surprised that a shot from Jihan would have gone for a few more into the offside. So all of a sudden, very good start here from the Texas Cowboys. And they're off to 13 in the second over. You visited Texas for the first time couple of weeks. What, in your short visit there, Matt, what you made of the state?
Definitely lots of cricket. Just looking at the facilities there in Texas, the likes of Prairie View, Musa Stadium. You've got grounds in Dallas as well, so very cricket field status, Dallas. This one in the air from Jihan Senanayaka, and it's gone for 4. So this is turning out to be a very good over here for the Texas Cowboys. We saw a boundary off the bat of Wasim, and now we're seeing a short delivery, not as convincing, but it doesn't matter how they come. Boundary to Jihan.
Yeah, good looking shot. He's taking on the bowler, and nothing wrong with that. You've got to back yourself, and he's certainly come up with a couple of boundaries, Jihan. In fact, he has struck 1. He's up to 6, and it's 17 on the card so far over number 2, Prit Patel. Oh, into the offside, straight down the ground, and that has gone away for 4. So a couple of big strikes in this over off the bat of Jihan. We'll take a look at that, Matt. But he's beginning to find his foot here. We're still into the power plays. And look, they've raced to 21 without loss in just 2 overs.
Yeah, we saw a short delivery from Prit, and then that one just pitched up. And both of them has been put away by Jihan Senanayaka. So a good over, and it's turned what was a quiet first over. All of a sudden, it's turned them into 10.5 and over, so a healthy start for the Cowboys.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So after 2, they're off to a quick start here. The Texas Cowboys going over 10 runs and over. 21 without loss. As you can see, Shahzad is on 10, and in fact both batters out in the middle, Jihan and Shahzad, they're both on 10. And Bazid Siddiqui will continue. Runs into ball to Shahzad. He's driving and driving well. That's 4 runs all along the ground. Powerful shot from the right-hander. And that takes the score up to 25. Look at that.
Yeah, powerful shot, but all along the ground. Not the best bit of fielding, but Wasim will take that. Flies up to 14, his 3rd boundary already. And now the Texas Cowboys turning things on here, putting pressure on the Hawks at the moment. Oh, smashed away and all the way for 6. So that's the first maximum that we've seen today from Wasim Shahzad. Bazid Siddiqui being put under quite the pressure here. This one hammered straight from Wasim Shahzad.
Yes, Matt, if he sticks around long enough, we are going to see several balls traveling. Consecutive boundaries, 1-6 and 1-4. And that's a big strike from Wasim Shahzad. He's a quality player, very aggressive. And if he gets going here this morning, Washington Hawks will have a torrid time in the field. They're up to 31 in just over number 3. So Bazid will come in again to bowl to Wasim Shahzad. And this one into the offside. A scamper through. Good running in the end from Jihan and Wasim Shahzad. And the runs keep coming. It keeps flowing here for the Texas Cowboys. They're batting at 32 for no loss. So quiet Sunday mornings, as it is always in many parts of this country. And here at Sunny Purchase Ground, a ground that has been so kind to us, Matt. We've seen some top quality cricket on this turf. We've seen a couple of hundreds. We saw hundreds from Jala Duo. We've seen 100 from Vandit Prajapati. We've seen big scores from Ryan Scott. We've seen good scores from Ranak Sharma. Into the offside, 4 more runs. So Jihan on the charge this time. And that's a lovely shot over the offside field. And take a look at that. That's 4 more runs for Jihan.
All too easy at the moment for these two. And Jihan Senanayaka has played some good drives so far in that one. Finding a gap and going away for 4. So another expensive over here from a Washington Hawks perspective. This one from Bazid Siddiqui. And gone. So Jihan looking for another drive, and Bazid Siddiqui gets his revenge. Getting the edge and through to the keeper. So the first wicket goes down for the Texas Cowboys. 36 for 1.
So Bazid Siddiqui strikes in his second over, getting the wicket of the attacking Jihan Senanayaka. So the first wicket goes down. It's 36 for 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Bazid Siddiqui gone for 15, but picks up the wicket of Jihan Senanayaka, and that brings Johan Samarawikrama to the crease. He's come in with the Texas Cowboys in a fairly good position at the moment, 12.7 and over, and still in the power play, and we know Johan can be quite explosive himself.
Yes, match regulation catch from Haider Ali. And Haider Ali has always done the glove. So Johan comes to the middle. Wasim Shahzad, he's at the other side. He's up on 21. So that's the completion of over number 3. And after 3 is 36 for 1.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं।
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
ब्रेकफास्ट भूल गया, कर लूँगा।
ऐसे मत लेट किया करो।
3 minutes।
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी।
रखो। हाँ।
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 minutes में? Impossible. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा, just add hot water, mix, cover और 3 minutes में ready. MTR 3 minute breakfast, India का breakfast.
So at the end of 3 is 36 for 1. First bowling change. We saw an over from Preet Patel, would have gone for 15. Will ball played it towards the offside. In fact, Preet Patel is the bowler continuing here, Matt. 37 for 1. Johan comes into strike. And we have seen Johan in phase 1. He returns to phase 2. Good competitor. They're off to a good start. Would want to build on that. Oh, look at that. Smashed straight down the ground and into the parking lot quite early in the day. And a massive 6 here off the bat of Johan. Take a look.
Second ball. Johan dispatches of that one. And they always like to target the straight boundaries here at this ground, and he's done so, and he's done so very well.
Yes, Matt, you're right on that. Typically, when the ball is short, you want to swivel and go square. You can see Johan just getting on his toes and just manipulating the ball straight down the ground. That's very smart batting. Under pressure here is Preet Patel. And he allows one to go through to Haider Ali. Haider Ali would have picked up one dismissal already. We saw the dismissal of Jihan Senanayaka. He fell for 14. A threatening partnership at the top of the order. A partnership that lasted briefly for some 36 solid runs. And they're up to 43, as you can see on your board. But we've seen a lovely shot from Johan. It's a bright sunshine here at SUNY Purchase Ground. Oh, he comes down the track looking for more. And the ball goes through to Haider. So good bowling here from Prit Patel. May have seen him coming.
Yeah, stepping down and then firing a wild swing there is Johan. In the end, connecting with thin air. Good comeback here from Prit Patel. Couple of dot deliveries after being hit for a massive 6. And this one too wide on this occasion. So the second wide we've seen of the day, both of them coming from Prit Patel, who's had a bit of a difficult start to the day. 1.4 overs, none for 23.
Yeah, I thought at the end of his first over there would have been a change, but he's been given another one. So perhaps a careless looking shot there from Johan, trying to go big. He's up on 6, one scoring shot. And so far they're going at over 11 runs and over match. Still can't see the rush sometimes. But Johan wants to be a dominating batsman perhaps. 8 off this over. Oh, pulled into the onside and will run away deep backward square. And so that's 4 more runs to Johan. Ball short. A good swivel pull. And it goes flat along the ground. That's 4 more runs. 4 overs gone. 48 for 1. So bowling change, Bilal Zulfikar comes into the attack here, Matt. He replaces Abazis Siddiqui. 2 overs no made, 1 for 21. And you know bowling change would have come sooner or later. It comes within the power plays. And will come into bowl to Wasim Shazad. He's been out of strike for some time. Starts with a ball, a loopy ball that goes through to the keeper. Take a look at that. Umpire Venkat Raghupati just letting the batsman know, or the fielding team knows, that you've used up bowling 1 short ball in this over so far. And it comes off the shoulder of Bilal Zulfikar, so you will have to be some bit of discipline here, Matt, not to bowl another short one, or else we call a no ball. 48 on the board. Massive strike here from Wasim Shazad. It's gone high, and it's gone long enough for another maximum.
Yeah, another clean hit from Wasim Shazad. Take a look at that. Has been hit a long way back. And he is not messing around here. Moves up to 28 off just 12 deliveries. We mentioned how attacking and how powerful he is, and he's showing that here today.
It's a couple of 6s and 3 4s. Very attacking player, Wasim Shazad. And Matt, sometimes you think 50 or 100 are so hard to come by, but you look at Wasim Shazad and the type of game that he plays. If he strikes the ball well enough or long enough, he can quickly score. He's up to 28, and he's gone quickly up to 28. Into the offside, can't score this time. Wasim Shazad has to run back. Johan is on 10. We've seen some big partnerships so far. The one between Jihan and Wasim Shazad at the top of the order yielded some 36 runs. And this one is progressing well. Texas Cowboys, they're going at 12 runs and over. They're off to a very good start. 50 already on the board.
Down leg side on this occasion from Zulfikar. Called a wide. Extras now moving up to 3. All 3 of them wides. 2 from Prit Patel and now 1 from Zulfikar. Texas Cowboys have done well to maintain a healthy run rate. 12.2. Jihan has attacked before getting out. Wasim, we've seen what he can do so far. And we also saw a couple of blows from Johan.
Yeah, ball keeping low. We've seen in the realm of T20 cricket. This is what we've seen here, Matt. This is almost a perfect T20 start. In the first 6 over of a match, you go hard. They're going over 11 runs and over. They've lost a wicket, but sometime in context of T20 cricket and limited overs cricket, why should you care how many wickets you have lost, but you're scoring 12 runs and over? Taken on the pad, big appeal. Umpire Venkat Rajupati not interested. It's 4.5. They're going at over 11 runs and over. Doesn't matter how many wickets you lose.
No, I think that I'm sure. I mean, despite the loss of Jihan, I'm sure they would like going at 11.3, and I'm sure they would enjoy seeing what Johan and Wasim have done so far. Yeah, preserving wickets is important, but if it's one, I think they won't mind that given how quickly they've managed to continue scoring. They've stayed on the front foot. But a good comeback from Bilal Zulfikar, 55 for 1 at the end of 5.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So 5 overs gone. They're going at 11 runs and over. Javin Thomas has been given the ball. The match you've seen Javin Thomas so many times. Comes out of the local club Westbury from Long Island. And Westbury is one of the top clubs in local cricket in the Metropolitan League for many years. And Javin Thomas, no stranger to certainly American cricket. He's been around the country.
Yeah, he has. A very successful player in the New York area. Has played along the top leagues in the world, including minor league for the Empire State Titans formerly, and now the New England Eagles. Should be a very big addition to the Washington Hawks side for this phase 2. And he comes in here with his side in desperate need of another wicket, or at least a tidy over.
Yeah, Matt, and he's a top all-rounder. We're seeing him with the ball now. I'm pretty sure he's going to factor in at the top 4 of any batting order in New York, or people who know Javin Thomas pretty well. He's made a very good start. But the Texas Cowboys, they're going at almost 11 runs and over. Would have started this over with 11 runs. Can score a couple of good balls into his first bowling spell here from Javin Thomas. Johan can't score.
Big swing and a miss now from Johan. Can't ask for anything better here from Javin Thomas. 3 balls, 3 dots. Tidy stuff from him. And again, this is brilliant bowling here by Javin Thomas.
Yeah, Matt, we have seen 4-dot ball, and I know what's going through Johan's mind. This is a desperation stage. 4-dot balls, he's desperate to score. Not an easy thing. Oh, he plays and misses. So 5-dot balls here. What a starter from Javin Thomas. They badly needed someone to pull this run rate back. He started at 11. It's 9.4. This has been a very good over from Javin Thomas. Into the offside. A release shot finds the gap. And Johan picks up a boundary.
Yeah, he ends it with a not so great delivery. Full toss, and Johan Samara Wikrama drives that one for 4, finds the gap. But still a good over from Javin Thomas. 59 for 1 at the end of 6.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है, इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Bilal Zulfikar will continue. Quality over from him, Matt. Considering what has happened here, he's gone for 7. And will come into bowl to Wasim Shahzad. Oh, good throw. One of those loopy short balls. Those balls are effective. Haven't you seen them so many times?
Yeah, they really confuse the batsman. Because they want to go after a short delivery with not a lot of pace, but in the end it just does so many things that it's just very difficult to get them away at times. Wasim Shahzad there, you could see was looking to go after it, but in the end goes after that one though. And it's gone all the way for 6. So another good shot from Wasim Shahzad, his third maximum of the day. He goes up to 34, 18 deliveries, a clean hit from Wasim.
Yeah, ball striking the bark of the tree. So not a big strike here from Wasim Shahzad. And Matt, it looks like when he's on strike, things happen here for the Texas Cowboys. We've seen Johan taking some time to use up some deliveries, but outside of that, Wasim Shahzad has played some lusty blows, 3 6s and 3 4s so far. Slower ball, is that a no ball? So no ball called by umpire Venkat, and so that will be followed up by a free hit here. And look who will receive the free hit ball, Wasim Shahzad. 66 on the board.
Don't want to be giving away no balls and free hits to Wasim Shahzad, especially given he's already on 34 of 19.
So here we go, first free hit of the day. Zulfikar to Shahzad. He does well to restrict the batter to only a single good comeback ball here from Bilal Zulfikar on the pressure of a free hit ball. And that pushes the score up to 67, Matt.
Gets Johan on strike. Johan has dealt in boundaries entirely on 14, 2 4s and 2 6 and 2 4s and a 6. Other than that, he's faced 9 dot deliveries, so he hasn't been able to get the rotation part set as yet, Johan. This one's sliding down the leg side, so Bilal Zulfikar struggling with extras here.
So the umpires are Venkat Raghupati and Brian Kane, and third umpire is umpire Irfan. All these umpires would have umpired several games in the USPL mat since from June. Committed to this league, certainly, have done a tremendous job. Quality umpires. And these days the umpires are not only given the task of making judgment out in the middle, but there's so many pre-game work that needs to be done, paperwork, and even during the course of the match a lot of things will have to happen. The umpires following certain protocols, making sure that the games and the sheet. This one into the hands of number 17, or maybe number 77. It was a tough chance, but it will go down as one. Johan survives and he picks up a couple of runs. Take a look.
In the hands of Bazid Siddiqui and out. The captain putting one down. Couple of runs in the end to Johan Samarawikrama. Moves up to 16. 70 for 1. Still 10.2 and over. And another good over this for the Texas Cowboys. 11 off it. And still the final ball to come.
Oh, he gets an inside edge, runs up towards the fine leg area. And 4 more runs off the bat of Johan. That completes over number 7. Take a look at that. One of those inside edge, we call them French cut. But we'll probably have to settle for Sony purchase cut at the time being. 7 overs gone, 74 for 1.
ओपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So welcome back. We've seen very good cricket so far from the Texas Cowboys. They're going 10.5, but this is going to be a good contest. Javin Thomas, who's given up only 4 runs in the last ball he bowled. Oh, it's in the air. Oh, fielder came around, got both hands to the ball, but doesn't hold on. What an opportunity there.
Yeah, Javin Thomas almost had a wicket, not to be in the end. In and out of the hands.
Yeah, it might have been Bridge Patel. We'll confirm that from our scorer, but irrespective of who has dropped the catch, Wasim Shahzad has been allowed to go on. Oh, pulled away into the onside, beats the man running around, and that's 4 more runs to Johan. So he's dealing in boundary, short and pulled through the onside, and that has gone away for another boundary hit. Texas Cowboys on the charge, 79 on the board.
Yeah, shorter one from Javane and pulled away nicely by Johan, who has shown very attacking intent so far.
So again, ball going down the leg side. More runs here for the Texas Cowboys. We'll have to wait from the signal from umpire Brian Kane. And look at that. 4 more runs for him. Yeah, ball sliding down the leg side off the bat of Johan. He's playing a very good hand here. It's 83 on the board. What a difference an over makes. What a difference a drop catch makes. Javin Thomas, 3 balls in this over. He's gone for 9 already. He took 6 balls in his first over to go for 4. And 3 balls have gone for 9. How different this game plays.
Yeah, Javin Thomas has not repeated the success in this over, that's for sure. 9 off it and 2 deliveries still to go. Johan Samarawikrama has gone after him so far. This one down the ground, but can't score.
So a couple of dot balls here for Javin Thomas. Under the gun here. A partnership of 47 between the men out in the middle. Through the onside, finds the gap and has gone for another CBTF maximum here at Sunny Purchase Ground. And this time off the bat of Wasim Shahzad. In fact, no, off the bat of Johan. That's another 6, Matt.
Yeah, another good shot from Johan, his second 6. And after 8 overs, it's 89 for 1.
So a big partnership, a half-century partnership comes up. And it comes up in very quick time of just 32 balls. Johan contributing 36. He has really dealt in boundaries. 5 4s and a couple of 6s. And so the Texas Cowboys taking it here to the Washington Hawks. It's 89 at the end of 8. So Druvel Dagley has been given the ball. Namati comes in here with no one being able to stop the flow of runs. And we'll be coming to bowl to Wasim Shahzad. He's batted it so aggressive. He's up to 36. You can see that. In fact, yep, he's up to 36 from just 21 balls. And this has been very good striking here from Wasim Shahzad. Excitement awaits.
And a good start here to Wasim Shahzad.
Wasim Shahzad, he's only used up 10 dot balls so far. Oh, it's long in the air. Oh, finally he goes. So Wasim Shazad perishes in the deep. And a well-judged catch by the fielder out and long off. Take a look at this one.
Yeah, and second ball into the day for Druville Dagley. Picks up the wicket, hanging in the air for quite some time. But in the end, a simple catch. So Wasim Shazad goes for 36. It's 89 for 2.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Imran Raja comes to the middle and immediately Matt, he gets off the mark with one. In fact, Johan picks up a single and now Imran Raja comes to face his first ball. Number 10, very attacking player. We'd have seen him in the World Series a couple, in fact last year. Was that the series that we saw him in?
Would have seen him in phase 1 as well. Would have had very good phase 1. Would have scored, I believe, 60 plus in one game. Imran Raja, we saw that game. And the Texas Cowboys had quite a successful run in the end.
Yeah, I recall he made a big score in one of the game, and he's a top quality bowler. He runs in hard and bowls pretty well, but we're watching him with the bat. Here is Imran Raja. Oh, he gets a good delivery, a bit of an appeal, but in the end, a good comeback. In fact, an over that's only conceded one run here from Druville Dagley. And so the 9th over gone. They're still going at a solid 10 and over. 90 for 2 at the end of 9.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
ब्रेकफास्ट भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी.
रखूँ. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट-चैट 3 minutes में? Impossible. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा. Just add hot water, mix, cover और 3 minutes में ready. MTR 3 minute breakfast. India का breakfast.
So Javin Thomas continues and starts with a dot ball. Javin Thomas, we made mention, comes out of a top quality club. A club that has won so many championships in the Metropolitan League, one of the Premier League in the New York City area. He comes out of a club called Westbury, along with the likes of Drysdale plays for Westbury. Richard Allen is another player that comes out of Westbury. In the air and gone a long way. Could hit the building. And that's another 6 off the bat of Johan. He continues to bat well. That's 6 more runs.
Yeah, Johan with another 6, making it look very easy. Goes up to 41 off 24 deliveries. Only one single and one double. The rest have been all boundaries so far from Johan. That's 38 runs all in boundaries.
Yes, his scoring percentage, certainly a big one. And Matt, yesterday we were part of a game. In fact, wide is the call from umpire Brian Kane. Brian Kane, a man who might have used those outstretched arms busily this summer. Brian Kane, very busy umpire, would have been part of the PSAL, that's the cricket league for high schools in New York. Then, of course, minor league, USPL, National League. A busy man, finds his way around the country by his own special peculiar method and plans. Ball stroked into the offside. Could look for a couple of runs. If they do, they'll come back, and that will bring up the 100 here for the Texas Cowboys. In fact, it's gone away for 4, so more than 100. And Bazit Siddiqui, a valiant attempt, man. The 100 comes up in just under 10 over.
Samar Wikrama moves up to 45. 6 fours and 3 sixes to his name. Javin Thomas after a good first over, now being put under some pressure, and he's gone. Brian Kane says yes. Johan Samar Wikrama departs, and Javin Thomas picks up the wicket. Have a look at this one again.
Yeah, there. Looking to pull through the onside. Was not one of the better deliveries from Javin Thomas, but he got tangled up, and that's the end of Johan. His breezy innings come to an end. 45 from just 27 balls. 3 sixes and 6-4 comes to an end. It's 102 for 3.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी.
रखूँ. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 minutes में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 minutes में रेडी. MTR 3 minute breakfast, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
Dagley continues. Raja is on strike. This one running away for single to Imran Raja.
So Adil now Shawan comes to the middle. And Matt, you've seen so much of Adil now Shawan. What it is this man can't do.
He can do it all. Adil Nashawani, he can bat, he can bowl. We've seen him take the gloves a couple of times.
A bit of Kapil Khanna.
Yeah, I was just going to say, kind of like Kapil Khanna, who we've seen in phase 1.
Yeah, Adil Nashawani is a top all-rounder. And that's one of the things with being an all-rounder. If your batting doesn't show up one day, you probably can come and get a couple of wickets. Very experienced player is Adil Nashawani, and he comes to partner Imran Raja. He picks up a couple of runs. One of those would have been his skill. The other run added to this score has nothing to do with Adil. Has to do with the fielding team. Overthrows for one.
2 game changes men out in the middle now. We've seen lots of representation of game changes in this side. Wasim Shahzad, Imran Raja, Gaurav Grover, Adil Nashawani. And we even saw Jaladua in phase 1 also plays for game changes, so lots of players from that franchise.
Oh, balled him. So that's the end of Adil Nashawani. Dagley strikes. And take a look at that. Ball on the stumps. A little too early for Adil Nashawani to really get going. And Dagley has been rewarded by bowling on the stumps. It's 105 for 4.
Wickets starting to tumble here for the Texas Cowboys. They got off to a good start, but they've lost Wasim, Johan, and now Adil Nashawani in quick succession. Washington Hawks fighting back.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है, इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cptfspeednews.com.
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो.
Visit cptfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Dhruval Dagley picks up the wicket of Adil Nashawani, and in walks Gaurav Grover. And Matt, you made mention the likes of Grover, Adil Nashawani, Imran Raja, some of the players out of the game changes unit in New York City. But you must also remember a lot of these boys were part of the Pack First unit that perhaps later became the likes of game changer. Ball sliding down the leg side, called a wide. So Gaurav Grover would have begun his partnership with Imran Raja by simply not doing anything. Ball sliding down the leg side. And this has been quality stuff from Dhruval Dagley. We saw him in phase 1. He's a quality spinner. And already very good account of himself so far. He's bowled 10 balls He's only conceded 6 runs and he's picked up a couple of wickets.
Yeah, Durval Dagley has done very well so far. Has really started to pull things back for the Washington Hawks. And Imran Raja, quiet start for Raja. 5 balls, only the one. 107 for 4. The Cowboys 9.8 and over. Still good, but what we don't have available is how things have been in the last 4 or 5 overs. In the air from Imran Raja, but lands safely. Just a single, so 6 off the over. 108 for 4 at the end of 11.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी.
रखो. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 minutes में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 minutes में रेडी. MTR 3 minute breakfast, इंडिया का breakfast.
So Javin Thomas, 3 overs, no made 1 for 31. And Matt, how you justify figures of 1 for 31 off 3 when your first over would have gone for only 4?
That's 2 overs for 27 since then, but they've decided to stick with Javin. And Raja's driving goes for 4. So another boundary, this time off the bat of Imran Raja.
Yeah, the moment this ball left the bat, it was 4 runs. Look at that, forcefully driven through the offside. And we've made the point during phase 2 of this tournament, Matt. The outfield is a lot quicker than phase 1. And that ball runs away for 4. Good looking shot from Imran Raja.
He'll hustle through there for a quick single. Bridge Patel again with another fumble, allowing them to go through.
So we've seen 6 sixes in the innings so far. We've seen 12 fours, so nothing short of the boundaries for the Texas Cowboys. And the fact is, Matt, they've kept the scoring rate almost 10. And at one point almost 12 and over. But we've seen a steady 10. It's just under 10 at the moment, 9.9. As Javin into ball to Grover. And Grover gets a ball going down the leg side, another wide. Signal here by Brian Kane. And you're watching game number 7. This is the phase 2 project of the USPL. Game number 8 coming up a little bit later on. Second week of competitions. We've seen a very impressive 5 days of phase 1 cricket. Grand event pulled into the onside. And that appears to be, who's that? Bilal Zulfikar maybe? And Zulfikar does well to keep the ball in play. We saw him not too long ago, Matt. Took a well-judged catch, and we've seen a couple of drop catches. But we come down to the last 50 balls, 7 runs in this over.
Better over from Javin Thomas, given his last 2. On the expensive side. Not a great ball to finish off though, and that has been hammered all the way for 6 from Imran Raja.
Yeah, look at this. Short and pulled into the building. That's the Performing Arts Center building. Struck it and struck it hard. And that ball will need some bit of examination when it comes back. It's 121 for 4. 12 overs gone. Still going at a solid 10 and over. And this has been a very good batting performance here from the Texas Cowboy. 48 balls to go.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है, इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So welcome back. Druval Dagley continues, and Gaurav Grover waste no time in the 13th over, and that's a massive shot straight down the ground for 4.
Yeah, good shot from Gaurav Grover this time. And the Texas Cowboys, they've really done well to keep the foot on the gas despite the loss of 4 wickets, still going at 10.2 and over. And Druval Dagley, 2.1 overs, 2 for 11, which are very good figures given what we've seen here today from the rest of the Hawks bowlers. Comes back with a good ball to Grover.
Yeah, Gaurav Grover, he's a top quality player, and the boys have kept scoring at a steady 10 per over. Druval Dagley, their best bowler, came into this over bowling at 3.5 runs and over when the team was conceding 10 runs and over. Oh, smashed into the come box section. The production crew taking cover, but that has gone for 6. It's 132 for 4.
Another massive one from Imran Raja. Look at that one. He's hitting them, and he's hitting them far. If it wasn't for the Performing Arts Centre, I'm sure that one would have taken quite some bit of retrieving. Does well to block some of the sixes.
Yes, Matt, and I wonder if Danny Khan has still have that reward up if any batsman clears the building to get that monetary prize. Are we going to take him up on that? Yeah, Daddy is quite confident no one will. But we'll see. Gaurav Grover, he's on 7. He's a very imposing figure. Gaurav Grover. Throw to the right end, but in the end, only a single, but was a good throw to Gaurav Grover's end, Matt.
Yeah, Imran Raja was always going to make it back. He wants a strike. He's fired up here, Imran Raja. Couple of sixes already to his name. And they've gone after Dagley in this over.
Yeah, Dagley has only given up 1 in the first over, 5 in the other over, but this one has gone for 19. A big 6 off the bat of Imran Raja. And 19 off that over, it's 140 for 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So another bowling change as we come down to the last 42, Matt. And you look at the run rate. It's been a steady one here for the Texas Cowboys, almost 10 and over. And if that continues in the next 42 balls, Texas Cowboys will post a double 100. And it'll be the second time they would have done this in this USPL. So Ali Umair Anjum has been given the ball. And will come into bowl to Gaurav Grover. We've seen a quick partnership of 35 from just 17 balls. 35 from 15 balls, in fact. Oh, chipped straight down the ground. And with all the ease in the world, Gaurav Grover middles this one. And that's gone for a CBTF maximum.
Anjum has not started well. Gaurav Grover down the ground all the way for 6. Quite a simple shot, but he managed to get all of it. That's strength from Gaurav Grover.
Yeah, he's a very imposing figure. And these days of T20 cricket, Matt, there's a combination of a few things that, if goes right, the ball travels far. The shoulder of the batsman, the timing of the batter, and not forgetting the chunk of wood that these batters come to the park with these days. They look so heavier now than it was maybe 30 years ago. So that ball has traveled into the tarmac of the parking area. And it's always a long run to catch up with that, Matt. In later editions of the USPL, maybe we need a golf cart out in the parking lot and get a chance to run after the cricket ball. A ball we made mention travels to some very peculiar part to hide into the onside from Gaurav Grover. And he picks up a single, allows Imran Raja to do his thing. And it's 147 for 4, now going at 11 runs and over. This has been a very good batting performance from the Texas Cowboys.
Yeah, filled with power and filled with aggression. We saw Jihan 14 off 8, Wasim 36 off 23, Johan 45 off 27, and now Imran Raja 26 off 13, and Gaurav Grover 15 off just 8 deliveries. So everybody has played their part. Raja goes, don't worry about that. That has got a long way back from Imran Raja.
Yeah, that's a massive strike. That's a huge CBTF maximum.
Yeah, you have to make sure it's like past.
Off the bat of Imran Raja. It's 153. The 150 comes up. And it comes off of a big shot from the known Imran Raja. We know he can beat the ball. And he's come up with a very good innings so far. Good batting here from the Texas Cowboys. They're up to 153. 39 balls still to be bowled. And a partnership that has gone up to 48, Matt.
Yeah, tremendous hit from Imran Raja. That one has gone a very, very long way back. 4 sixes to his name already. They've all been quite long.
So there we go, the Texas Cowboys and the Washington Seattle Hawks. Have you been to Seattle, Matt? You have not. You went to the other DC. You went to Washington, but that's the DC part. Ball tugged into the onside. Not a single here from Imran Raja. He's given up the strike to Gaurav Grover. And so tough on the bowlers. Who do you bowl through? Both attacking players. Gaurav perhaps takes a little bit while longer. And Imran Raja very aggressive. So into the onside. Fielder comes in. This man has been very good. It appears to be Bilal Zulfikar. And he has come up with another good catch. A very tame dismissal in the end for Gaurav Grover. It's 154 for 5. Yeah, take a look at that. Had very little to play with. But he has executed a well-taken catch. Bilal Zulfikar, he's been in this game. It's 154 for 5. We are in the 14th over.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Surprisingly, they haven't crossed because of that dismissal from Gaurav Grover. So it will be the captain on strike first up, Jaiswal.
Typically what happens, Matt, Imran Raja might have been ball watching. Maybe confident that Gaurav Grover was going to clear the man at long on. But in the end, it's 154 for 5. We've got 37 balls still to be bowled. Here is Anjum.
Solid end to the over, but still.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है.
रखूँ. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट-चैट 3 minutes में? Impossible. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा. Just add hot water, mix, cover और 3 minutes में ready. MTR 3 minute breakfast. India का breakfast.
So welcome back to phase 2 of the USPL, game number 7. Later on, we will see game number 8. Game number 8 will feature the New Jersey Titans against the Carolina Eagles. Bilal Zulfikar, his catching has been very impressive, Matt.
Hustle through for a quick single there to get Gaurav Jaiswal on strike. But yeah, Bilal Zulfikar has had a very good day in the field. Started off with 2 overs for 22 prior to this one, so he'll be looking to carry some of that momentum and to improve his economy rate and to get the Hawks back into this game.
So we'll see another 35 balls, 155. And you get the feeling, Matt, we're heading for a 200 here, or a big score in the vicinity of maybe 190. With Imran Raja out in the middle, he's batting well. And you get the feeling, if he stays to the end, 200 is surely on the card. Gaurav Jaiswal, he's the leader of this team, led by him, and then of course his opposite partner, Bazid Siddiqui. Jaiswal would have replaced Jaladua during the course of the Phase 1 series, in which Jaladua got 100.
Well, it did start as Jaiswal as captain, and then as things started to hit the playoff stage, Jaladua was given the captaincy, perhaps for more experience, not entirely sure the reason. But now with Jaladua not with the Cowboys, Jaiswal has regained his captaincy.
It's a couple of hundred in Phase 1, Matt. Jaladua, and in fact, second phase we saw Prajapati. Oh, ball eludes Siddiqui. And another single here to Imran Raja. 32 balls still to be bowled.
Yeah, we saw only one in Phase 1, Jaladua. But now we've seen quite a few in Phase 2. We saw Vandit Prajapati. And we would have seen Praneet as well.
So this has been a good over here from Bilal Zulfikar. Sunday morning still in the Westchester County part of New York. Straight as an arrow down the ground. That's a good strike here from Jaiswal. And it's gone for 4. In fact, it's gone for a maximum. Take a look.
Yeah, good shot from Gaurav Jaiswal. Just has enough to go all the way.
I think
maybe, yeah, he is going to reverse it for 4. Yeah, definitely did look inside. So Gaurav Jaiswal picks up a boundary nonetheless. 161 for 5. Jaiswal off the mark in quite some bit of fashion, looking to go straight, as is pretty much all of the batters we've seen in this USPL tournament. Everybody playing on this ground, they'd like to go straight.
So that's 15 fours in the innings so far, 11 sixes. And this has been a boundary laden 161 for 5. What a display we've seen from the batting team.
This one will be a wide. 2 short on that occasion was Bilal Zulfikar.
Yeah, not only that ball is given a wide, Matt, the warning comes out. The famous over-the-shoulder warning, which means that the bowler cannot bowl another ball as high as that, or else it will be called a no ball. So that completes over number 15. And after 15, Texas Cowboys, having won the toss, electing to bat, they're batting a 162 for 5.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले Visit cbtfspeednews.com.
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So 16th over. So Bazid Siddiqui comes back into the attack. He's given up one. It's 163 for 5, Matt. As we come down to the last set of overs here.
So a dot delivery to Gaurav Jaiswal. Trying to isolate Imran Raja perhaps is the key. You'd rather bowl to Gaurav Jaiswal, although he's already struck a 4. Definitely don't want to be bowling to Imran Raja at this stage. You want to isolate the other end. This one worked away by Jaiswal.
Matt, how many Gauravs we've covered during the course of local cricket? There's Gaurav Bajaj, who plays, I think he plays in Texas. Isn't he part of the US setup at some point? Maybe not. I think he used to play in New York. Now we've seen Gaurav Grover, we've seen Gaurav Jaiswal.
From DC, Gaurav Bajaj, I think. I'm not sure if he's moved to Texas or what, but he's definitely playing up there for Houston Hurricanes. Gaurav Grover and Gaurav Jaiswal, now a couple of them in the Texas Cowboys, so yeah, quite a few of them.
Oh, look at that. Hammered into the onside, gone a long way. Imran Raja picks up another CBTF maximum.
Down the leg side and heaved away by Imran Raja. Not going to miss out on those. Whacking the Performance Arts Centre. Another 6 from Imran Raja. 5 of them to him. He goes up to 42 of just 21 deliveries. It was a good over from Bazid Siddiqui up until that point. Bowled him. So Imran Raja tries to go again. Another big shot into the leg side, and this time his stumps are gone. Beautiful comeback delivery from Bazid Siddiqui, but maybe not the best of shots from Imran Raja, looking for a wild swing, and in the end he walks back for 42 of 22 deliveries, 1 4 and 5 6s.
Yes, man, very crossed with himself. Takes the willow, slams it into the pitch. And then just making sure that the willow is not broken. So another wicket goes down. It's 170 for 6. Imran Raja gone. And so 24 balls still to be bowled. 16 overs, 170 for 6.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Continues. Ball driven into the offside by Gaurav Jaiswal. And the new man, Sufyan Khan, comes to the middle. We've got 23 balls remaining. Sufyan Khan Rahil. It's 171. This is becoming a good batting display here from the Cowboys. Matt, even at this juncture of the game, if they don't get to 200, this will be a big disappointment here for the kind of start and the kind of progress they've made all through the innings from the Texas Cowboys.
Yeah, 200 is definitely a target here for the Cowboys given the innings they've had so far, but wickets have started to fall. And with Jaiswal only facing 7 deliveries and Sufyan Rahil, the new man in, still relatively new, I'm sure the Washington Hawks will be looking to put some bit of pressure, at least force them back a little bit.
And Dagley has bowled an over. His first over went for 1. His second over went for 6. And his third over went for 19 runs. Oh, this one is struck and struck well. That's gone for another CBTF maximum. And this time off the bat of the captain, Gaurav Jaiswal.
Yeah, good shot on that occasion from Gaurav Jaiswal. Captain will have to play a hand here right at the end. Still 21 deliveries to go. Job's not done yet.
So Matt, I'm going to ask you a question here now. You've probably been on so much comms that you've probably heard it before. What's a captain's knock?
Captain's knock is simply when the captain, I guess, takes matters into his own hands.
How is a captain's knock different from a regular batter's knock?
It's a good question. just the title of the captain himself.
I've always wondered myself, what's the difference with a captain's knock or another batsman's knock? Wide is a signal from umpire Venkat Raghupati. We've made a point. We've seen some top officiating in this tournament. The boys have brought out some of the best in the region. Danny Khan coordinating the efforts. And certainly Danny Khan's no stranger to coordinating umpires around the country. Here we go. Danny Khan, lead umpire and coordinator. And he's brought out some top guns. Men in the next couple of years you will see. Certainly on the big stage of US and ICC America's cricket. So a couple of wides in this over off the bowling of Druville Dagley. But he has bowled well, Matt. The left arm leg spinner. Ball played into the offside. So this has been a quiet period of play here for the Texas Cowboys, but they're still going at almost 11 runs and over as we coming to the final 18 or 19 balls. Struck into the onside. Fielder comes around. May have stumbled a bit. Javin Thomas. And a very fast outfield here as Sonny Purchase. That's gone for 4.
Yeah, another boundary off the bat in fact, the first one off the bat of Sufyan Rahil. 185 for 6 at the end of 17.
So Bazit Siddiqui has been given the ball, 2 for 29 off his tree. He will finish up here. This has been an exciting summer of cricket all around the country. New York has served up some very interesting cricket. This one, the USPL, very exciting series. A lot of good players. We've seen a very impressive and successful phase 1, phase 2 in progress, second week. Game number 7, game number 8 coming up a little bit later on. Titans will take on the Carolina Eagles. Titans being led these days by Nathan Stewart. Oh, comes down the track, loft into the offside, but into the hands of the man posted along on, and so another wicket goes down. It's 185 for 7.
Coming down the track is Gaurav Jaiswal looking for a big one, and in the end, a simple catch out there. Might be Jamel Paralon. 7th one down. Jaiswal departs for 13. 185 for 7.
Performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया, कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी.
रखो. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 minutes में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 minutes में रेडी. MTR 3 minute breakfast, इंडिया का breakfast.
So welcome back to the Texas Cowboy innings. 16 balls still to be bowled. It's 185 for 7. Mohamed Bajwa comes to the middle. Sofian Rahil Khan will be the man on strike. Basit Siddiqui is now bowling at 3 for 29. Runs into ball to Sofian Khan. And the ball outside the off-stump goes through to Haider Ali. And the score remains at 185 for 7. You fancy them getting 200 here, Matt? 15 balls remaining. Oh, cut away. That's a good looking shot off the bat of Khan. And that's gone away for 4.
Couple of boundaries now off the bat of Sofian Khan. This one just guided down deliberately for 4. So Basit Siddiqui has got 3 wickets but has been a bit expensive. 3.4 for 33 and given 2 balls left here in this over. 189, 14 deliveries left. They should realistically pass 200.
So Sofian Khan, he's on 9. Big play and a miss. Ball goes through to Haider Ali. And Matt, we see Isaiah Jaggernaut at square leg. Has he fielded the ball in this inning so far? Not that we know of.
I think he did. I did see him a couple of times. But it certainly hasn't followed him. We see a lot of the times the ball just follows you. Can get quite annoying at times. As we see a leg by here from Sofian Rahil.
Yeah, we saw last week. We'll talk about Alex Miller when we come back. But 18 overs gone. It's 190 for 7.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Starts with a dot, Bilal Zulfikar.
So we're down to the last 11 balls. Texas Cowboys, they're chasing another score over 200. We saw in phase 1. Would have posted 200 runs, Matt. They may have on that occasion, if my memory serves me correctly. Fielder comes in. Might have been Jamil Parilon. He has put one on the grass and allowed the batters to escape. Take a look at this one.
Yeah, took one earlier, Parilon. This occasion, tougher chance this time, but still one you'd expect to be taken. So a single to Sufyan gets Muhammad Ali Bajwa on strike.
Yeah, Matt, just coming back to the phase 1 score of 215 from into the offside. Jamil Parilon will come around this time. Oh, he gets hands to the ball, doesn't hold on. And a couple of drop catches in consecutive balls, 2 more runs.
Yeah, again, in the vicinity of Jamil Parilon. Ball starting to follow him. We made the mention of Izzy Jaggernaut and Alex Miller earlier. Parilon being a victim of that now. So far, not up to the challenge. He's put 2 on the grass already.
So Zulfikar should have picked up wickets in this over at least. It's 193 for 7. Oh, massively struck. Jamil Parilon has a 3rd chance. Oh, he takes this one.
3rd time's the charm for Jamil Parilon. What are the odds? 3 in a row for Jamil Parilon. 3 chances. This one he takes in the air for some bit of time. This one a bit easier, you'd think, than the first 2. But it's the end of Muhammad Bajwa. He goes for 2. 193 for 8.
Yeah, Matt, you've got to give Jamil some bit of credit. Many fielders would have been so discouraged that the 3rd time the catch go to him, and probably he's lost the confidence, but he's held on. and those things can inspire some bit of confidence. So he's done well to take it on the third try. It's 193 for 8.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले visit cbtspeednews.com
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच
playing well through the offside. Fielder comes around, does well,
ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका
and
प्रेडिक्शन
they
कभी गलत ना हो
saved
Visit
a couple of runs.
cbtspeednews.com
It's
and stay ahead.
195 for 8. So a late surge at the end. This fielder has done well to keep the ball in play. That one was a sure 4.
Yeah, good fielding out there on the boundary. Not a bad over here from Zulfikalo. Just 5 off it and a wicket. And finishes off here. They'll push for 2. No, they'll stay for just 1. So 6 off the over. Run a ball at this stage, not bad. 196 for 8. Final over coming up.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspeednews.com
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज टीम अपडेट्स स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो
visit cbtspeednews.com and stay ahead
So welcome back to game number 7, USPL Phase 2. We coming to you from the ground that we have all brought all the matches from, the Sunny Purchase ground. And we're down to the last over here. It's 196 for 8. Sufyan Khan will be on strike. Playing a miss and the ball goes through to Haider Ali. Viral Parikh is the other batter at the non-striker end, Matt. 200 on the cards here for sure for the Texas Cowboys.
Yeah, good start here from Prit Patel. Sufyan Rahil on 13.
Oh, cut away into the offside. Easy catch in the end. And that's the end of Sufyan Khan. It's 196 for 9. Take a look at this one. Cut away into the offside. And a well-judged catch. That's another wicket goes down.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspeednews.com
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज टीम अपडेट्स स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो
visit cbtspeednews.com and stay ahead
So ball played into the offside. New batter out in the middle. Viral Parikh picks up a single. It's 197 for 9. 3 balls remaining. Always on course for them to get to 200 mark, but we're beginning to see this last over has been a very good one here from Prit Patel. So 3 balls remaining. It's 197 on the card. You can see that. Irrespective of what happens in the next 3 balls, Washington Hawks will be chasing something in the vicinity of 10 runs and over. Not an easy task. 3 balls remaining. Here we go. Prit Patel. Now Jagannath picks up the ball. So any signal from the umpire is
So he's telling it's a good score. So, but we have to keep bowling well because when we consider the last few games, they scored like 200, and the second team also scored like chased that. So he's told we have to bowl well and do our best to win the game.
Well, all the best in defending 197. Thank you, Johan. Next, I would like to call the skipper from the Washington Hawks, who's cooked 3 wickets in his 4 overs, Baizid Siddiqui. So Baizid, I mean, getting in that first wicket, and obviously Druville, breaking that partnership. But, in terms of the bowling, obviously well bowled from your side. We had some, good bowling, but a lot of misfields as well, a lot of catches that were dropped.
Yeah, I mean, a bit disappointed on that one. We had opportunities to get them under, I think, less than 150, but unfortunately those catches actually cost us a lot.
But I think the bowlers did do a good job in terms of pulling it back. I mean, at one point we were looking at a total to cross, that 220 mark, but getting them under 200 as well, and especially with that last over, Breathe bowled.
Yeah, I mean, I think one good thing happened in this innings is last 4 to 5 overs, the momentum shifted toward us. So that's always a good thing going to the second innings, And Preet bowled really well. I thought Bilal also did a good job. And again, if we would have taken those catches, probably would have been 150. But this 197, I think, still very much chaseable in this ground. We have seen other team chasing 200, 220 runs. So this is definitely gettable score.
Yeah, in terms of the chase, obviously, you have that one less pressure because when things go over 200, you have that mark. But at least getting it a bit under. What's going to be the talk in terms of the batsman going in, kind of building up a plan to build up an innings?
See, I always tell my guys to have a positive attitude. Don't go there and just buck down and start defending. If you have a positive attitude, especially this being a really fast ground, you get value for your shots. So even you don't have to hit sixes. You can play your shots on the ground and you can get easily 10, 12 runs in over here.
Absolutely. Well, all the best for the chase.
Thank you.
So the Washington Hawks need 198 runs to win against the Texas Cowboys. We'll be right back with the second innings.
.198 is required by the Washington Hawks to pull off what would be a remarkable chase. Brish Patel and Javane Thomas out in the middle for the Washington Hawks. Viral Parikh given the ball for the first over. Washington Hawks, you feel they have to go and go quickly, given they need 9.9 right off the bat.
Yes, Matt. Not an easy chase. And if they can pull this off, we will definitely see some exciting cricket. We saw the Mavericks in first week of competition, phase 2. We saw the Mavericks overhauling a big score, similar score, built on the bat of Vandit Prajapati, who's been an exciting find for the USPL. But Bridge Patel and Javane Thomas sent at the top of the order. And we're just waiting for the release from the umpire. That's Venkat Raghupati to give us a go ahead, and we'll be on our way. So Washington Seattle Hawks, they need a big score here. Here we go. Parikh. And that's a quality delivery that goes to the keeper. And things are on the way here. We'll wait for the signal from umpire Venkat. And bye is the call to start things off. So Javin Thomas gets off the mark. He's a technically sound batsman, Javin Thomas, Matt. And he turns the strike over to Bridge Patel. It's 2 without loss.
Yeah, good player is Javin Thomas. He'll need to find boundaries. Him and Bridge Patel will probably need to find boundaries very quickly. And they'll have to keep persistent. They'll have to be very persistent and keep tabs with the run rate, the required run rate, because it'll be climbing every dot ball, you'd feel. Every wicket, even every single. The run rate climbs up a little bit. Appeals on Bridge Patel. Good start to the over here from Viral Parikh.
Yeah, he's bowled with some bit of pace. We saw the one off the pad of Bridge Patel. Might have kept low. And that's a tough one for batters to always negotiate a ball that has gone below what is the predicted bounce into the offside. We'll only get a single here to Bridge Patel. And has Javin Thomas played in the series before? So debut game for Javin Thomas. He would want to make and leave a good impression in this tournament. This is the phase 2 part of the USPL. And he settles and waits for Viral Parikh. And a big thud into the pad. Good bowling here from Viral Parikh. It's been a tidy one so far. And we made mention of Javin Thomas coming out of Westbury. We'll talk about the batting order that certainly Westbury sports these days, and how well Javin Thomas has factored in to the unit there at Westbury. So the first over comes to a close. A tidy one here from Viral Parikh. Only 4 runs off that over. It's 4 for no loss.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Gaurav Grover into the attack, comes in at 4 without loss. Javin Thomas on strike. He's on 2.
Yeah, Gaurav Grover. He's a top all-rounder, Matt. We've seen him so many times. He's a quality bowler. Got a good knock when he batted. And will come in to bowl to the experienced Javin Thomas, a man who comes out of a club that sports the likes of Richard Allen. Maybe a year ago, Tristan Coleman, Kemar Marshall, Horace Porter. Some of the players from Westbury. So the strike is given over to Bridge Patel, and the quality bowling of Gaurav Grover we will witness. Very good player. And this over's gone pretty well here for the Texas Cowboys. They're enjoying a very good game out in the middle. A good score to bowl at. They come through for a quick single. Well run here from Javin Thomas.
This year Westbury also got Daniel Beckford from in their side, 20-year-old former West Indies under-19. New addition to the Westbury lineup, so always one of the top clubs in the New York Metropolitan League is Westbury. And we've also would have seen in this USPL Phase 2, we would have seen Lijo Varghese as another man from Westbury.
Yes, you're right on that. Then, of course, we've got Joe Brown, the all-rounder. And a couple of years ago, we used to see Neve McNally. Oh, this one into the come box. And that's gone for a maximum of the bat of Bridge Patel. And my co-commentator Matthew taking cover. It's 13 on the board.
Good shot from Bridge Patel. Gaurav Grover was a good start to the over from him. But in the end, a 6 from Bridge Patel and still a delivery to go.
Yeah, this has been a very good over here for the Washington Seattle Hawks. They've gone up to 13 in quick time. Still will need almost a boundary per over, Matt.
Gets an edge on that one, maybe an inside edge. Running up, but just a single.
So 2 overs gone, it's 14 without loss.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी and then-
हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 minutes में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 minutes में रेडी. MTR 3 minute breakfast, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
Viral Parikh will continue. First over went for 3. Good start to the innings from him for that first over. Saw a 6 from Bridge Patel on Gaurav Grover. So far, Texas Cowboys will be happy with this start. Just the 7 runs and over by the Washington Hawks. And given the Texas Cowboys have got 197 to play with, I'm sure they won't mind this so far.
So play in the miss and ball goes through to the captain, Gaurav Jaiswal. And Matt, we've seen good fast bowling in this series. In fact, in phase 1 and now phase 2. And you look at Viral Parikh, he's among those. And he doesn't run from far, very short run up. Look at that, he delivers very good pace. Ball goes quickly through to the captain, Gaurav Jaiswal. And that has been a couple of quality deliveries here from Viral Parikh.
Yeah, not the longest of run-ups, but still manages to generate quite a bit of pace here, Viral Parikh. This one driven up, they'll push for 1. Gets Javin back onto strike.
So Javin has been relatively quiet. He's used up 5 balls, only 4 so far. I would want to think that Javin Thomas could enjoy the dimensions at this ground. And this is the ground that forces you to play the basics, and that's to play in the V, play straight. Into the onside, Javin Thomas picks up his first boundary. Ball played into the vacant area. So the man has got going here. It's 19 for no loss.
Yeah, good shot from Javin Thomas. They'll need boundaries early. And again, it was a fine start to the over from Viral Parikh. But first ball is bowled to Javin Thomas in this over. Has gone for 4.
So over number 3, we've seen some different run-ups sported by many of the bowlers in this competition. Chance of a run-out. Not one of the best throws. Didn't came in quick enough. And in the end, good run single here from Bridge Patel and Javin Thomas. The Seattle Hawks, they're up to 20. Positive start. So a long way to go, 178 to win from 103 balls. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Through the offside and up and over. And that has gone across the road. That's a good looking shot from Bridge Patel. Take a look at this one, Matt.
Yeah, another shot from Bridge Patel. He's played a couple of good looking shots here already. Moves up to 14. And a good over there, 10 off it. 24 without loss after 3.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So welcome back. Game number 7. Phase 2 of the USPL. A big play in the miss here from Javin Thomas as Gaurav Grover starts his second over, Matt. He's a quality spinner. Javin Thomas, a quality batter. This is going to be a good contest.
Cut away by Javin Thomas. They'll pick up a singler now. They'll get through. They'll steal another one. So a couple of runs. That's what they'll need. They'll have to find runs from everywhere when chasing 198 here, will the Washington Hawks. Can't afford to let anything go. Seeing an opportunity for a second run and they took it. This one straight to the fielder, so can't score as Javin Thomas. Gaurav Grover, they decided to stick with him, despite the first over going for 10.
So the good bowling of Gaurav Grover continues to be working here for the Texas Cowboys. They still got 172 runs in the tank. 98 balls still to be bowled. All wickets standing here for the Washington Seattle Hawks. They're taking on the Texas Cowboys, who's played good during the course of Phase 1. Texas Cowboys might have made it to the semi-final, Matt. This one straight down the ground, off the back foot from Javin Thomas. And that's gone massively into the trees for a CBTF maximum. Yeah, look at that, straight down the ground. That's a lovely shot from Javin Thomas. And it's gone for a maximum. Big strike here from Javin.
Yeah, big one there indeed. Grover final ball. And they'll get the single. They were thinking about it, and in the end they do get the one. So 9 off the over. 33 without loss after 4.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी है.
रखूँ. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट-चैट 3 minutes में? Impossible. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा. Just add hot water, mix, cover और 3 minutes में ready. MTR 3 minute breakfast. India का breakfast.
So Bajwa comes into the attack for his first over. Javin Thomas is on strike. He's on 18 of 13, a 4 and a 6. to Javane and Bridge Patel. Also a 4 and a 6. He's on 14 off 11. So not a bad start for the Washington Seattle Hawks. 8.2 at the early stages. No wickets have fallen as yet, but still a long ways to go. They need 10.3.
Yeah, as we see and hear our aircraft taking off from HCN, Westchester County Airport, a domestic airport here that serves the Connecticut and upstate regions of New York. You've gone there a couple of times, Matt, haven't you? Yeah, dropping off people, picking up people. So Javin Thomas on strike, and he gets a good delivery, good start here from Muhammad Ali Bajwa. And still some ways to go. They're going at just about 8 runs and over. Required rate will be 10 runs and over. So we've seen a very good showing here from the Texas Cowboys. Would have gotten to what, the semifinals in phase 1. In fact, they were in the finals, sorry. And would have lost to the Sharks, Kirk Thompson and boys, Raj Nanan, Christopher Barnwell. Oh, that's a lovely looking shot. Shot of the day. And it comes off the bat of Javin Thomas. No one can stop that. That's gone away for 4.
Lovely shot, beautiful shot from Javane Thomas. And he's here to play. He's here to give this run quite a fight here, Javane Thomas. And going after Bajwa and going after the rest of the Cowboys' attack so far is Javane. 22 off 15 deliveries. He's off to a good start.
This one a good slice. More runs there for Javin Thomas. So a couple of 4s off consecutive balls. And Javin Thomas on the charge. They need a big score from some of the early batters. We've seen a very good start here from Javin Thomas. 8 runs and 2 balls.
Yeah, and a tough start to the over there from Muhammad Bajwa. 41 without loss, 9.1 now the Seattle Hawks, Washington Seattle Hawks.
So match number 7, as you can see. Seattle Hawks taking on the Cowboys. There we go. USPL Phase 2, match number 7. Match number 8 coming up a little bit later on. Carolina Eagles will take on Avin Stewarts. Oh, flicked away. That's a good looking shot with all the ease in the world. And that's 4 more runs.
Yeah, 3 consecutive boundaries here from Muhammad Bajwa off the bat of Javane Thomas. And Thomas is off to a very good start here. The start that the Washington Hawks would have needed from him. And it's a good opening partnership between these two so far. 45 in just the 5th over.
So you can see on your screen there, we see construction machine. Those machines are made to clear away thick forest and trees and shrubs. This one, Javin Thomas, doesn't time it well. Could pick up a couple of runs. So the attacking mode of Javin Thomas continue to be pressed here. Is 47 without loss, Matt. Muhammad Ali Bajwa, this over's gone for 14. Not a good one here from the Cowboys. The Hawks will be quite happy with the way things have gone. A play and a miss, and the ball goes through to the captain, Gaurav Jaiswal. And that completes over number 5. Is 47 without loss.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cptfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cptfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So 47 for one, Matt. Bowling change.
Imran Raja into the attack, 47 without loss. Washington Hawks. Bridge Patel and Javane Thomas have done very well, the two of them, forming a good opening stand. And now the Texas Cowboys trying something a little bit different. Imran Raja into the attack. They're desperate to get a wicket, try and break this partnership. Because so far the Hawks are really putting up a fight. Playing a miss from Bridge Patel. So a good start from Imran Raja.
Yeah, he's a quality all-rounder, Imran Raja. Would have had a very good knock when he batted. And he comes in here with still 150 runs to win from 89 balls. And Bridge Patel. Oh, good strike. Mid-off, comes around, makes a very good save. A painful one. Maybe have taken on the shin. In this game, only the keeper has some bit of protection, right, Matt?
Yeah,
it's a tough sport.
Bit difficult for the outfielders.
So Javin Thomas has a lot of protection. Protection on his head, on his arms, on his knees. He gets an inside edge, running up towards the fine leg boundary. And the fielder, has he saved that one? He's done well. They come back for 3 runs. Good running from Javin Thomas and Bridge Patel. The runs continues to flow here. The 50 comes up. And so the Washington Seattle Hawks, they're batting a 51 without loss.
Short delivery pulled straight to the fielder by Bridge Patel. (15 of 14) and a 50 partnership between these two, a healthy one. Just what the Washington Hawks needed. And we see a lot of these times with these high scoring chases, big totals, they attract big responses by the opposition. We're seeing that type of intent here by these two.
Yeah, Matt, you're right on that, and the opportunities presented here by the USPL for players to really showcase some of their bowling, batting, and even fielding talent. Javin Thomas, he's been around the country, having played minor league already. 52 on the board. This one into the offside, challenging the fielder. We know what a challenge can do to the fielder. They make mistakes, so 6 of us gone. Good power play, 53 without loss.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
53 without loss after just 6 overs. Javane Thomas and Bridge Patel has carried the fight so far from the Washington Hawks in response to a mammoth 198 as Bajwa continues first over 1 for 14.
So not a very bad power play session for the Seattle Hawks. And Matt, we've seen the name of Hawks being used by some professional sporting franchise and team in the US. One that quickly comes to mind, the Atlanta Hawks. And then of course we've got the Seattle Seahawks. Another sporting entity that certainly plays on the name Hawks. And here we have the Washington Seattle Hawks. This one into the onside. They scamper through for a single. And bird names have always been popular in sporting entity over time. I think the most popular has to be the Eagles. How many times we've seen an Eagles or the name of an eagle in a sporting competition? Philadelphia Eagles comes to mind. Isn't that one of your favorite football team, is it?
Carolina Eagles as well, right here in the USPL.
Yep, there we go.
New England Eagles in minor league.
Then, of course, we've got the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons is a type of bird. New Orleans Pelicans.
Baltimore Ravens as well from the NFL.
Yep. There's a cricketer by the name of Jackson Bird from Australia. Robin Singh. Robin is a bird. So you're watching the Washington Seattle Hawks. They're up to 55. And we've seen a good bowling. We've seen a good over so far from Muhammad Ali Bajwa. Yeah, my good friend reminds me of Dickie Bird, another umpire. You're right on that. Ball punched into the offside. That's a good-looking shot from Javin Thomas, and I'm surprised they haven't challenged the fielder for a single. But dot ball, we get the check of the ball from umpire Venkat, along with umpire Brian Kane. Umpires do have their inter-umpire signal from time to time, just to make sure that they're checking the balls correctly. And of course, third umpire Irfan. Not an easy job to be a third umpire. There's a lot of administrative work you have to do, Matt. And also he checks the ball. He keeps a tab on the timing. These games, especially with a couple of games packed into a day, it's important that the first game runs on a very tight schedule, and that's what the USPL has done. A couple of runs here for Javin Thomas. And that completes over number 7, and after 7 is 57 without loss.
हाँ बेबी कुछ नहीं
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
ब्रेकफास्ट भूल गया कर लूंगा
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो।
3 minutes
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी and then
हाँ
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 minutes में इम्पॉसिबल मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर मिक्स कवर और 3 minutes में रेडी MTR 3 minute breakfast इंडिया का breakfast.
Raja, first over, went for 6. We saw a very good over there from Muhammad Bajwa, that only went for 4. And then the one from Raja before that only went for 6. So a couple of good overs getting in here by the Texas Cowboys.
Yes, Matt, we saw Imran Raja in phase 1. He's a type of player that you really need in T20 cricket. T20 cricket has always been a game in which the all-rounders have really come to the fore. Oh, edged away, but we'll have to give credit to the batsman. Maybe he steered it at the last moment. Regardless of what you can describe, that ball has gone for 4.
Yeah, away from Bridge Patel. It goes away for 4. Still a very strong opening stand between the two. Goes up to 61 now, the Washington Seattle Hawks. And despite not being at the rate you'd expect them to, 61 without loss in the 8th over is still very impressive.
Yes, Matt, it has to start someplace. This is the base. One of the ways you get up to 10 runs and over, it has to start at someplace. They're 8.5 runs and over. They haven't lost a wicket. And this is a very solid response. This match is going to be an interesting chase. Texas Cowboys will have to hang on. Oh, lofted into the offside. Fielder comes in, falls in front of him. Or he waits for the bounce. It appears to be Johan. There's 62 on the board. Or maybe not. It could be Gaurav Grover. Gaurav Grover. Yeah, the leg spinner. And so ball falling in front of him. Javin Thomas comes in to strike. He's batted well, Javin. Oh, look at that. Pulled in to the onside. Strikes the building. You know when it strikes the building, it's gone upstairs.
Yeah, short delivery. Pulled away by Javane Thomas. Very good shot from him. And Javane Thomas has looked in very good form today. It's been a little while since we last saw a boundary from him. That one breaking the shackles a little bit.
So he's up to 45. A big scoring shot could get him a 50. Oh, that's a good delivery. And Javin does well. Good cricket here. Good bowling. Just able to tightly take that one out, Matt. He gets a single and brings Bridge Patel. And Bridge Patel himself hasn't been too bad. And you look at the card, it's 69. This is a very solid response. This is lovely cricket here at the USPL. And the running has been good between Javin Thomas and Bridge Patel. Here's another name we may have missed. How did we miss that? Mason Crane. Another player from England. So 13 runs in this over. This has been a very good over here for the Seattle Hawks. Big play in the miss. Ball goes through to Gaurav Jaiswal. So that completes over number 8. It's 70 without loss.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So welcome back to match number 7. This is phase 2 of the USPL. Next match coming up, we will see the Titans taking on the Carolina Eagles. We've seen the Titans, Matt, last week would have pulled off a very big chase against the Florida Sharks. The winner of phase 1 certainly led the Sharks, led by Kirk Thompson, former Barbados first class and CPL player. So it appears Adil Naushawan will confirm that. We've seen him so many times. We know how he walks. And so Adil Naushawan, such a versatile cricketer. And probably looks like he's bowling leg spin here this afternoon. A man who comes out in the earlier days, back of the Pakistan first team in the New York area, a team that included the likes of Umar Farooq, Tamoor Haidar, Adnan Khan, Saeed Abdullah.
Umar Farooq, the
Tariq boys, Jazib and Zahid Tariq. And so Adil Naushawan comes into the attack here, a 70 without loss. Still a long way to go. Here are Seattle Hawks. Bridge Patel on strike, gets a good delivery, can't score. And so good start here from Adil Naushawan. Oh, should have done a lot more with a ball like that. Looking for runs, looking for a boundary per over. That should have been the ball.
Yeah, it should have. Wasn't the best deliveries from Adil Naushawan. Bridge Patel not able to put it away. This one is in the air. Chance for the fielder. And it's an easy catch in the end. So Bridge Patel walks back. Couple of dots from Adil Naushawan and then picks up the wicket. The partnership finally is broken. Bridge Patel falls 70 for 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So we're back with the cricket, 70 for 1. We've seen a solid start and reply from the Washington Seattle Hawks. Texas Cowboys, they posted 198, 197 to be exact, and just want to catch up here what has happened. 197 posted by the Cowboys. We saw 45 from Johan. We also saw 42 from Imran Raja. And towards the bottom end, we saw Gaurav Grover getting 15, Gaurav Jaiswal getting 13, and so Sofian Khan also getting 13. Pick up the bowlers. Bazis Siddiqui 3 for 33. Very good effort from him. And we also saw 2 from 41 from Dhruval Dagli. 2 for 28 from Prit Patel. And so we're into the reply stages of this match with Javin Thomas. He's out in the middle. He's up on 46. New batter that has come to the middle is Jamil Parilon. So we're awaiting a change of equipment from one of the players. So 70 for 1 in the 9th over.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So 70 for 1. We're in the 9th over. Javin Thomas. He has traded his helmet for a cap, a team cap, and he's up to 46, Matt. Adil Naushawan will continue. We've just seen the departure of Brij Patel. An excellent judge catch from Wasim Shahzad. And so we're back with the cricket. Adil will come into bowl to Javin Thomas. He's up on 46. And a play and a miss. Adil continues to bowl a very tidy over so far.
Yeah, good stuff from Adil Naushawan. The wicket of Brij Patel, the much needed wicket, brings Jamil Parilon out to the middle and has kept things tight to Javin Thomas so far. Hasn't given up a run in this overs yet.
So ball getting a bit of a leading edge, and that brings up the 50 here for Javin Thomas. And it comes through the offside. And look at that. Might have opened the face of the bat, but in the end he picks up a 4 and 50 runs to Javin Thomas.
Yeah, good shot from Javin. A much needed 50. That's what you want from a type of player of Javin Thomas's caliber. You'd want him to give you runs, and he's done so here. But still a long way to go for the Washington Hawks. He'll need to push on.
So ball, we'll wait and see. Could be an outside edge as umpire Venkat walks to the square. And no signal from him, so the ball would have come off the bat of Javin Thomas. 9 overs gone. And they're batting a 75 for 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So 123 to win from 66 ball. Javin Thomas is driving well through the offside. And that has gone away for another boundary. Javin Thomas on fire.
Yeah, another good shot from Javin Thomas. Takes him up to 55. And he's looking very good today. Big addition for the Seattle Hawks.
Yes, Matt, he's looking good for Washington Seattle Hawks, but he's looking dangerous for the Texas Cowboys. How is that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure the Texas Cowboys will love to see him walking back. But at the moment, it's been all Javin Thomas and all Washington Hawks.
Oh, lofted in and straight down the ground, up and over. And it's gone for a CBTF maximum. Javin Thomas goes into the 60s.
Another good shot and taking the fight to Gaurav Grover. It's not been a great day at all for Grover. 2 overs, none for 29. And Javin Thomas, with every boundary, shows his class. Shows why he's one of the top batters in the New York area.
Yeah, he spent a long time playing top-level Metropolitan League cricket, Matt. Would have batted many, many years. Tristan Coleman, one of the top players. And he's giving a really good debut performance here in the USPL. One would hope that this will be a lot more performance from Javin Thomas in this series. He's a top quality player. And he brings good level to the tournament. A tournament that has really attracted some top players. We saw yesterday Vandit Prajapati, a product of the USPL, playing a very good hand in New Jersey yesterday. 69 on his debut performance there. A man who probably got his break from the USPL.
The thing is with the USPL, not only has it attracted the big players, it's also been a massive tournament for a lot of emerging players to make a name for themselves. So we've got a good influx of big players coming in, especially for Phase 1. But we've also got a lot of young players, a lot of up-and-coming talents out of the USPL as well.
So Jamil Parilon comes in to strike. And he's waited a long time to face his first ball. We saw an interruption as one of the bowlers had to change an equipment. And then we've seen some on-strike balls from Javin Thomas. So Jamil Parilon gets a chance to face his first ball. He gets a bit of an inside edge. That's a good delivery. And Gaurav Grover may prefer bowling to the new man than Javin Thomas. Javin Thomas has been quite dominating so far, but still a long way to go. Over 100 runs still to come. So they cross for a single, and that will complete over number 10. So they're at the halfway stage. And after 10, they're batting at 87 for 1, still needing 111 to win this encounter. 60 balls remaining.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cptfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cptfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Adil now Shawan comes in or continues. First over would have gone pretty well, Matt. Picked up the wicket of Bridge Patel, the only wicket to have fallen so far. A tidy over, only conceding 5 runs. And we'll come into bowl to Jamil Parilon, who has just come to the crease, faced a couple of balls.
Now Shawan has had a good day with ball in hand so far. He's bowled 7 balls. He's got 1 wicket for 5. So far, so good from Adil Shawan. Parilon gets this one away. Bajwa is out there, bounced awkwardly, so he did well to stop it.
I think Bajwa bounced into the ball. They come back for 2. Their chance of a run out. And he's gone. So Jamil Parallel looking to come back for the second run, and in the end failed to make his ground. And the second wicket goes down. We'll take a look at that. Yeah, long way. Good call here from Brian Kane. And that's the end of Jamil Parallel. Run out 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Sadawan comes to the middle. Ahmad Sadawan, we've seen him since he was a lot younger player, still a young man, but when I say younger times, we would have seen him in the NYPD cricket tournament. That's a tournament sponsored by the New York Police Department. And around those times, if you see a bunch of kids in the police van, don't be alarmed, they're going to cricket. I remember police officer Jeff Thompson and Rana, police sergeant, the police captain Rana used to run that program. I think it's still happening in a reduced scale. But I would have seen Sadawan during the course of the NYPD cricket series, and then we might have seen him and they come back for a couple of 2, but this time Sadawan makes it home, and so he gets off the mark. Might have played school cricket also, Sadawan, and so he comes in here at 91 for 2. They got off to a good start, but we've seen the wickets falling of Jamil not too long ago. May probably push them back slightly. So coming down the track, good dancing down the track, good batting here from Sadawan.
Yes, Sadawan, it's been a remarkable journey. One of those traditional upbringings of a cricketer, starting from the youth level.
So into the offside from Javane Thomas, and this one goes away for 4. So 4 more runs off the bat of Javane Thomas, and that will complete over number 11. So it's all happening here at the beautiful Purchase Ground.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं।
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
ब्रेकफास्ट भूल गया, कर लूँगा।
ऐसे मत लेट किया करो।
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है।
रखूँ? हाँ।
बेबी की चिट-चैट 3 minutes में? Impossible. मगर MTR का 3-minute उपमा, just add hot water, mix, cover और 3 minutes में ready. MTR 3-minute breakfast. India का breakfast.
So no ball given, free hit delivery here to Javane Thomas. Swings his bat at it, and has that got all the way? Yes, it has. So 6 of the free hit from Javane Thomas. Makes full use of it. Takes the score up to 103. Brings up the 100 for the Seattle Hawks.
How much you have for Javane? 72. Okay, and Awan 3, right? Okay, good. So yeah. So ball into the hands of Adil Naushawan. Yeah, seemingly had it covered, and the ball comes out. So a chance here for Javin Thomas. And in the end, 11 overs gone. It's 102 for 2.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले Visit cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So 102 for 2. Javane is on 72. Sadawan is on 3. And so they need 90. They need 96 to win from 54 balls. So it appears Gaurav Grover, 3 overs, no made, none for 31. Matt will finish up here. So the start of over number 12 sees a single off the bat of Sadawan and brings Javane back on strike. He's up to 72. He's batted well, Matt. It's 103. Oh, punched away through the offside. Doesn't give the fielder a chance. And that has gone away for 4. 4 more runs for Javane Thomas. Take a look at this one.
Cut away brilliantly by Javane, finding the gap nicely. And it's very hard to stop him once he's in this mood as Javane Thomas.
Yeah, quality player. What a way to start your USPL career. He's up to 76 and still going. Oh, it's driven and driven well. Mohamed Bajwa. He's been excellent all day, well, not on this occasion. And that has trickled away for 4. Did the right things to a point. But the ball eludes him. 4 more runs for Javane Thomas.
Into the 80s now is Javane. 20 short of 100, but they still need 87 to win, so I'm sure that's on his mind. In the air. Bajwa puts it down. And they'll come back for 2. So Javane Thomas given a life on 80.
Yeah, Mohamed Bajwa in a very high trafficking area, running to his left, running to his right. Balls coming into his hands. In the end, not able to hold on. Javane Thomas survives. Through the offside, even a better shot. And he continues to plunder this bowling here, Matt. He picks up another boundary. Take a look at this one. Through the offside this time. Shots all around the ground. A full 360 player. And he picks up another boundary approaching 100. He's up to 86.
Making the Texas Cowboys pay for that drop catch here. And has been making them pay pretty much all game. Javane Thomas has not let up one bit. Has really gone after Gaurav Grover. It's not been a great day. 3.5 overs, none for 46 from Grover.
And Grover's done the smart thing, whether he has some say in whether who bowls, but he's trying to bowl out here because he knows it's getting hot out in the middle. Javane Thomas, he's up to 86. We've seen the turnover of players going into big scores. Quicker turnover in phase 2 than in phase 1, Matt. And we'll talk about that when we come back. 12 overs gone. It's 117 for 2. 81 from 48.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So the action continues. Very interesting phase, Matt. Another bowling change. Adil now Shawan. 2 overs, no min, 1 for 20. Gets a relief. A new bowler given the ball here. We'll have to pick up the name of the bowler. So Jihan Sananayaka. And how much have you seen of this bowler, Matt? If you've seen him before bowl. We saw him bat.
Well, first day ever seeing Senanayaka, so I've never seen him at all until today. Definitely seemed like an aggressive batsman. Seeing him with the ball in hand now.
Oh, this one is flicked away. Good looking shot from Sadawan. So not only Javin Thomas is becoming a threat here for Texas Cowboy, but look at that, Sadawan. That's a classy looking shot for 4. Oh, look at our good friend, one member of the production team. He does well. Follows all the basics, getting the body behind the ball, the knees down on the field. We've got to get him into the next playing 11, even if he's even if he's a 12th man in the side. We saw last week, Matt, Alex Miller, one of the players here from the USPL, came in as a substitute, and boy, every ball went to him. Oh, look at that. Doesn't go too well, but you can see the intent here from Sadawan to get very funky. Doesn't go too well. 121 for 2. So 77 to win from 46 balls. Don't walk away from this chase. This one is going to go all the way down to the wire. Sadawan does well to rotate the strike and brings Javin Thomas, who's approaching 100. He's up to 86 so far. What a debut game in the USPL for Javin Thomas, Matt.
Yeah, big moment for Javin Thomas. And with 76 from 45, you'd feel he's going to play a very instrumental part in this innings. I'm not even sure how you describe that.
Well, that's the loopy, short, slow bouncer. That's the ball that is causing some bit of rippling effect around the world. And that's a good delivery. You see that in all the Premier Leagues around the world. And it's happening here at the USPL. Good one from Jihan Sananayaka. And this one through the offside. Good looking shot from Javin Thomas. And I'm surprised a shot as good as that, he only gets a single run. Good fielding from the man outside square. $75 to win from 43. I'm pretty sure, Matt, if we had the service of the predictor, it'll be probably 50-50 chance on both teams here. Sadawan goes again. The appeal from the players, not out, says umpire Venkat. And that will complete over number 13. So 13 gone. It's 123 for 2. 75 to win from 42 balls.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारी ट्रीट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी and then
हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 minutes में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 minutes में रेडी. MTR 3 minute breakfast, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
So 75 to win from 42 balls, asking 10.7. They're going at 9.4. So that equation, Matt, slightly favors the Texas Cowboys, but Javin Thomas, he's up on 87. Sadawan has batted well. We've seen the attempt to play a couple of very unorthodox shots from Sadawan. Didn't go too well. But you've got to appreciate the confidence of the young man, Sadawan. 123 for 2.
Yeah, and a good partnership between these two, forming of 35 from 16 deliveries. Javin Thomas has done most of the heavy lifting in terms of that. And he's 13 clear of 100. 13 away from 100, but 75 are still required. So there'll need to be a lot more support.
So Viral Parikh comes in. That's a good ball. If as a bowler you can prevent the boundaries from scoring, Matt, you'll be bowling very good. And that brings into the mix Sadawan. Let's see what he will try here. We saw him trying a couple unconventional cricket shots that didn't go too well. And in fact, on one of them, there was a bit of an appeal for perhaps an edge. So a couple of adjustments to the field here. Viral Parikh. Before coming into this over, 2 overs, no made, none for 13. Very tidy stuff at the start. And we'll come into bowl to Sadawan. Still 74 needed from 41. If you were doing the win predictor at the moment, and I'll give you a chance to have those numbers turning in your brains, Matt, but what would you say probably could be a good read on the win predictor at the moment? Oh, good edge from Sadawan. Only gets a single out towards the third man area. Man is well placed there for that shot, Matt.
Very close, very, very close between these two. I think I just about favor the Texas Cowboys, mainly because the Seattle Hawks are still below the rate. And Javin Thomas has been kind of the only man fighting for the Hawks. He hasn't been able to get that support as yet. We saw Bridge Patel 23 run a ball, and we see Sadawan on 10. But I feel if they can get the wicket of Javin Thomas, it'll be a totally different game in favor of the Cowboys. So I would still give the Cowboys some bit of an edge.
It's a bit of sloppy work out in the offside. And I'm surprised that field out on the offside, not realizing the tightness of this game, has allowed the batsman to come back for 2 and has allowed Javin Thomas to be on strike. Not good fielding from the man out in the deep. 4 runs in this over. Javin goes up to 90. No, taking on the pad. Big appeal, umpire Brian Keane. And it's interesting, Matt, that when the appeal goes up, how many eyeballs goes quickly to Brian Keane. No signal from the umpire. Javin Thomas picks up another run. It's 128 for 2. And so 70 still from 38 balls.
Driven up from Sadawan. Just a single. He goes up to 11, and the run rate, the required rate going over 11 now. Good over from Viral Parikh, given what's required. Only 6 off of it. And he's had a good day, Viral Parikh. 2.5 overs, none for 19.
So Javin 9 short of 169 to win this game. 2 different figures to play with. Into the offside, you're right on that. This has been a very good over here from Viral Parikh. An over in which he was asked to keep it low. He's bowled an over that has only conceded what, Matt? 9 runs, 8 runs. And so that closes out over number 14. It's 131 for 2.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So 131 for 2, Matt. 67 to win from 36. Jihan Sananayaka, his first over went for 6. We'll see if he can maintain that miserly quality that is needed here from the Texas Cowboys. You're right on that. They have some to play with here. 67 from 36. Here we go.
Starts well. Sadawan can't score. Every dot ball will be crucial here for the Texas Cowboys.
Yeah, we've seen a very good game here developing. Javane Thomas and Sadawan out in the middle. They still require 67 from 35. There's still a lot of batters to come. They've only lost a couple of wickets. And here is Jihan, runs into both the Sadawan. A big swing and a miss. So we've seen Sadawan, Matt, using up quite a few. It's 11 on 11 at this stage of the game. You've got to do better than run a ball. Jihan Sananayaka, he runs into both the Sadawan. Oh, what a way to get out. Javin Thomas, no fault of his. But that's how the game goes. Take a look at this one, a deflection from the bowler. Javin Thomas is out of his crease. And there we go. Clear as day. Javin Thomas gone. It's 131 for 3.
My goodness, that's... In fairness, I think that's what the Cowboys... That's the type of dismissal I think that was bound to happen. Because Javin Thomas was not showing any signs of letting up. Good bit of work by Jihan Senanayaka. And a little bit of luck for it to ricochet back onto the stumps with Javin well out of his crease at the non-striker's end. 131 for 3, a big moment in the game. Javin Thomas goes, and in comes Izzy Jaggernaut. 131 for 3. Texas Cowboys have their man.
Yeah, Javin Thomas walks back to the pavilion, and he goes back into the shade. No fault of his. But how many times we have seen a dismissal of this kind? It's called a run out, but they come in very variant methods, and certainly Javin Thomas very unlucky to have been gone that way. A powerful strike from Sadawan. And so 67 to win from 33 balls.
Well, I'm sure if we had a real live win predictor, I'm sure it'd be skyrocketing perhaps now in favor of the Texas Cowboys, given they've got the wicket of Javane Thomas, 7 short of a century. 67 of 33 required as Isaiah Jaggernaut makes his way out to the middle.
So you two young players out in the middle, both Sadawan still in his 20s. Isaiah Jaggernaut just about 20 or 21. He's another young player. A player who would have come up the ranks of the various academies in New Jersey. We've played a few games with him, but we're watching Sadawan on strike. Oh, into the air. And a soft dismissal in the end. So Sadawan falls on the back of Javane Thomas's wicket. And this is not good for the Seattle Hawks.
No, it isn't. 2 wickets in 2 balls. And it's Javane Thomas and Sadawan, 2 of the better batsmen gone. Gihan Senanayaka picks up his first wicket. That'll be credited to him. Simplest of catches for Adil Naushawan. 131 for 4. And dark clouds starting to loom over the Washington-Seattle Hawks innings here now.
Yeah, such a positive built-up to a very interesting chase. Is now beginning to feel like the wheels are coming off here for the Seattle Hawks. So 2 new batters out in the middle. As number 18 walks to the middle, Sofian Khan comes to the middle. Yeah, it might be Hyder Ali. So Hyder Ali comes in to join Isaiah Jaggernaut. 2 new batters out in the middle. Just exactly what the Texas Cowboys would need here, Matt. And the Seattle Hawks, they still need 67 from 32 balls. Jaggernaut on strike.
Team hat-trick on the line here for Jihan Senanayaka and for the Texas Cowboys. Jaggernaut is driving, but can't get off the mark. This is a brilliant over from Jihan Senanayaka. His first over only going for 6, and now this one could be a maiden if he can get this one right.
Yeah, double wicket team maiden. And the fact is, Jihan would have been responsible for the run out of Javin Thomas. So he has his name written all over the scorecard. And Juggernaut plays and misses. So a double wicket maiden for Shehan. For in fact, Jihan Sananayaka. And that comes to an end. That has been a brilliant over here from the Texas Cowboys. They still need, in fact, the Seattle Hawks, they still need 67 from 30 balls. It's 131 for 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
And so 67 needed from 30 balls. We're back with this chase. Imran Raja comes into the attack. Ball played into the onside. Haider Ali is off and running. And that brings Juggernaut onto strike. So, Matt, we've seen a very quality over from Jihan. I wonder if the wheels of the Seattle Hawks may be a little slack coming into this over, or it has beginning to come off.
I think these two are probably the last hope for the Seattle Hawks. Still got some batting capabilities in both Haider Ali and Izzy Juggernaut. But they'll have to go at 13.6 and over. Juggernaut drives this one up and off and running with a single. Gets Haider Ali onto strike. A good start from Imran Raja. As long as they're not scoring boundaries, the Cowboys are more than happy with that.
Yeah, we saw Juggernaut in the Unity Cup not too long ago, Matt. Played a couple of big hands in those games. 133 for 4 here. Taking on the pad. Brian Kane comes up with the finger. And that means you've got to walk. Haider Ali falls. It's 133 for 5. So another wicket goes down. Brian Kane with a dreaded index finger lifted up. It's 133 for 5. Haider Ali doesn't make a big contribution here. And so another wicket goes down, this time off the bowling of Imran Raja.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Ali Umair Anjum comes to the middle here, Matt. And I guess your win predictor maybe showing a solid favor to the Texas Cowboys.
Yeah, at this stage, if there's only one team to favor, but hey, it's T20 cricket. And with still 5 wickets left in hand, who knows what the Washington Seattle Hawks can do. Anjum. Straight back at Imran Raja. So a dot ball, a good start to the over this from Raja.
Yeah, Matt, it was not too long ago. They were batting at 131 for 3. They're batting at 133 for 5. So things have really gone downwards in just about 10 balls. That's how this game is. And the unpredictability of shorter form cricket has really come to the fore here at the USPL. This is T20 cricket. This is cricket in the fast lane. This is cricket no one can predict at times. This has been a quality over from Imran Raja. He's a top quality all-rounder. He had a good knock of 30 plus. And he's bowling a spell that could take the Texas Cowboys over the line. Couple of big swing and a miss here from Ali Umair Anjum. Doesn't go too well. That completes over number 16. And we're beginning to see a pull away here from the Texas Cowboy. Still 65 to win from 24 balls.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So we're back with the chase. Is it a chase, Matt, or is it a reply at this juncture of the game? 65 to win from 24.
Somewhat of a chase, but you feel that the Texas Cowboys are starting to pull away. Izzy Juggernaut on strike, he's on one. Driving this one, driving hard. They're running hard for one. They're looking to come back for two. At least Izzy was, but Ali Umer Anjum just taking the single. Would have played alongside Isaiah Juggernaut in local cricket for indoor.
Yeah, Matt, when we left the team was in the top 3. A couple of weeks later, we're what?
10th.
We're 10th.
And that was before we lost the game yesterday.
So the boys at indoor in the New Jersey area. This is where Izzy Juggernaut plays his Saturday cricket, and we've got to differentiate the days, Matt. These days, local cricketers, they play several games on the weekend. I know the boys in the in the Bangladesh leagues up in New York, they play 4 games per weekend. This one is slammed into the onside. Fielder comes in. That's Gaurav Grover. He takes the catch. And Ali Umer Anjum doesn't last long. Another wicket goes down.
Ali Umer Anjum looking to go big again. And in the end, easy catch for Gaurav Grover running in. 134 for 6, and now the wheels, I think, have officially come off for the Seattle Hawks. It's all the Cowboys.
So Bazit Siddiqui. Matt, I'm not too sure. Bazit Siddiqui, the captain, comes in with 64 to win from 22. Not too sure if you've seen these Chariots movie, and sometimes during the course of battle, during the course of war, you're fighting with the chariots being pulled by horses, and then the wheel comes off. And then we've got fire. Have you ever seen a movie like that with the chariots on the battlefield? I'll show you one when we go home. But Bazit Siddiqui comes to the middle. Isaiah Juggernaut will be on strike. Batsman would have crossed, and he settles and waits. And swing and a miss here from Isaiah Juggernaut. The bowling has really come on from Jihan.
How good has he been today, Jihan Senanayaka? 2.3 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 7. Brilliant, brilliant stuff given the point at which Jihan came into this game. With the Seattle Hawks desperately needing about 10, 11 and over almost.
Yes, Matt, we've seen 3 tidy overs, one from Viral Parikh. We saw one that only conceded a couple of runs from Imran Raja. And we've seen Jihan bowling a tidy over so far. Juggernaut always looking for a couple of runs, but very planted is Siddiqui. And he gets ready to face his first ball. Well, yes, you look at Viral Parikh, you look at Imran Raja, and now Jihan. And in fact, maybe we should go back to 4 overs ago, where Jihan may have started the slide with a couple of strikes in that over, including a deflection that took out Javin Thomas, who posed a very big threat towards the Texas Cowboys. Oh, this one is kept low. Big appeal. Not out, says umpire Venkat. And all happening here at the USPL Phase 2 Cricket Championship. 135 for 6. So hazy conditions here at in Westchester County. We're in the state of New York. Oh, good strike here from Bazit Siddiqui. Fielder does well to keep the ball in play, but we'll have to wait and see on this call if the ball has struck the tree. Not too sure what has happened there, but in the end, just a couple of runs. But I've played on some... there we go. I thought that's the right call. I've played on grounds in which trees, if the ball touched the limbs of the trees, that's 4. Have you ever played at Staten Island? Have you gone to Staten Island Cricket Ground?